Hello everyone, welcome to Hetsu Reviews. Today we're looking at set number 75299, Trouble on Tatooine at 276 pieces. This set has been out for quite a bit now, and for a bit it was the only way to get the new Mandalorian figure and the new child, or Grogu figure. It's not the case anymore. Mandalorian is definitely a lot easier to get now. Grogu is in a few more sets. He's not as hard to pick up, but this is definitely the cheapest way to get these two figures and get a little Tusken Raider with it. Box art is really fun to see Mando with a little Grogu in his little satchel thing. Tusken Raider. This is a really fun little play thing. Same with this. I think this is a really fun set in general. It's a little camp and I don't know what to call it, crossbow, I guess. On the back side, you can kind of see the little satchel. I can put a Baby Yoda on that, Grogu. It goes by so many names, too many names. Like a nice speeder bike, got the crossbow, a nice little tent. It kind of shows you how you can move the tent around. You can load the crossbow. The rest of the box, the nice side panel. I love these side panels. They're so nice. I don't really keep my boxes, but when I'm kind of have a couple of Lego sets and kind of just stack them all right by each other, it's always fun to look at. And then you get a nice little idea of what the Mandalorian figure looks like, what it is going to be when you open the box and eventually build the set. And speaking of, that is all we have to do left. Let's open the box up and take a look. And here is the finished build. I wouldn't say anything struck out to me building wise, anything super fun. I do enjoy building these Lego speeders, not like the 501st Battle Pack speeder, for example. I hate that one. But these kind of different speeder designs, I think, are always kind of neat to see how they piece them together. The crossbow was also pretty fun, too. I think the shack was all right. It's nice to see everything put together. So now let's go take a look at the minifigures. All right, and let's take a look at our first minifigure, the Mandalorian in his fully decked out Beskar armor. I'm kind of jaded a bit to this minifigure because I've gotten so many sets with him. I have a ridiculous amount of fully Beskar Mandalorians. But I think looking back at the set is a nice reminder how amazing this figure actually is. I mean, it's really detailed. I mean, I love the arm printing is really great. You got the Mudhorn insignia, the chest printing, the knee pads. You can kind of look around here, see the other arm printing. It does have some back printing behind the cape. You can kind of see the little satchel going all the way around. And yeah, it is just a really, really cool figure. My only complaint is it kind of really depends on the Mandalorian you get. The helmet, the visor, sometimes you can kind of see how kind of low it's printed. I don't know. It seems to be more common than not that it is. I'm not sure if it's like a purpose decision by Lego. I've definitely have gotten some sets where it is pretty much like fully printed to the top and it looks miles better. I understand the problem here. But other than that, he's got his own little, I forget the name of this gun, his little disintegrator gun. It's fine, I guess. I'm honestly not the biggest fan of its look. I think they probably could have done something a bit better. I mean, I wish for like a mold, of course. I think this looks pretty dinky, but you know, what you gonna do? And then it's nice little pistol, I guess. I always thought it was funny. I don't know why they use this piece for a pistol, not just like the one that's already on there. Maybe just differentiate it. I'm not sure. But yeah. Only other thing to mention, I guess, is just regular black head until I believe his new ship comes out, the N1 Starfighter, and then we'll get an actual Mandalorian head, which would be nice. But yeah, I believe this is still the cheapest set you can get him in. And I mean, if you somehow don't have one already, this is definitely a great way to get him. He's an amazing figure. And what would this camp be without a Tusken Raider? This is also an insanely cool minifigure. I never had a Tusken Raider like this until I got this set, and wow. It's mainly that this head mold is stellar. I mean, even the printing on it is really great. I mean, there's just so much detail on it. I mean, the face is so well printed. It's really amazing. And then some nice chest printing, leg printing, no arm printing. That's okay. It's just robes, I guess. Then back, got a nice little gaffy stick. I guess you can try to beat people up with. And yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much more to say. It's I think it can kind of go both ways, whether or not you think this is a cool figure to get. Me personally, I do really love Tusken Raiders. I think they're pretty neat, especially after watching like the Book of Boba Fett and just these Star Wars shows in general. They really expanded their lore. And yeah, it's just an all-around amazing figure. And had to tilt the camera down a bit for this guy because we have Grogu. as a little Lego baby minifigure. I think it's pretty adorable. You know, he's got a little printing on his chest. That's about it. It's a nice head mold, definitely. I mean, it's nice rubber. You can't really break it. It's got some give to it, so you know, it's not just gonna snap right off. I think this is definitely a really neat figure to have. I think it's something everyone definitely wants. I think it still looks a bit strange. I don't know what it is about it. Something still doesn't really sit right with me, but I still think it's definitely a must-have. And this is the cheapest set you can possibly get them in. So if you're really looking for a Grogu and a Mando, I mean, this is your ticket in. And here we are with the three builds. I kind of want to take a look at the speeder first because I think this is a really cool speeder design. I wouldn't say it does anything special. I mean, it is a fun build. I think it looks really cool. It looks really well put together. I mean, it doesn't look well put together. I mean, it is put together as well. I guess is what I mean. I love the little like pouch. I guess you can kind of hold Grogu in. I think that's really neat. I love it. You can also, if you really wanted to, just kind of throw it on the Mandalorian, you could. The Mandalorian itself. Oh gosh, at least focus down on this guy. There we go. You know, you can kind of just put him in pretty easily if the gun will allow me to do it. Yeah, there you go. And yeah, and you kind of just whoosh around with them. It's a really neat speeder. I really enjoyed it. And we'll go to the next part of the build here, the little hut. I think this is a really fun build. Part of me kind of wishes they went the route of just kind of putting like a Lego tarp on here. I always thought those were really fun. They don't really seem to like to do the cloth anymore. But I think the pieces are fine. I got little places for Mando and the Tusken Raiders sit. Got a little, I guess, fire in here, and then another campfire out here. Got a little bone, maybe they a little drumstick, a little pot, I guess you want. You can kind of just cook your meal. A nice little clip piece here for the gaffy stick. You can hold that, and yeah, I mean, it's not much to say besides that. And then we got the crossbow launcher right here. This is, I think this is pretty cool. Just get to kind of throw your Tusken Raider to the back of this. You can kind of hit this and twirl it like you're actually winding up the crossbow, and then not much of a shocker. It's just a little missile right here that you can just kind of click and let go. Ooh, look at that. I mean, yeah, I love the design of it. I think it looks really cool. I like all the details they added, like this little part down here. I like they added a little clear brick blah for stability, and yeah, it's really. I think all these builds are really neat. I think they. I think obviously this isn't much for display or anything like that. I guess you kind of could, but I wouldn't say it's the best display set. I think the set is a little more geared towards being a play set, and I'll elaborate more on what I mean when we get to the final part. So let's go into that. Now, I think finding another set to accompany this guy is a little challenging. I don't think any kind of fit the scene that this one is in or really blends well with it. But I think a good pickup if you're looking to get this set in something else is Boba Fett's Starship, as the box calls it. If you watched the Book of Boba Fett, you know how closely his story ties in with the Tusken Raiders. And I think it's pretty fun to put the two figures together. Kind of maybe Boba's coming back to visit a couple of the Sand People. Then Grogu and Mando had just happened to be there. I'm sure you could create some fun stories with it. And yeah, I think out of all the sets on the wave and just that are available right now, this is probably the best one that can accompany it. And here we are at the end of the video. Final thoughts. I think this set is fine. I think it's pretty fun. I mean, I think it's great that you get Mando and Grogu in the same set. I mean, this is easily the cheapest way to do it. And you get a nice little speeder and company. I get to recreate some cool scenes from the second season of The Mandalorian, maybe in the first one if you want to. Tusken Raider figure is nice, along with the tent and the crossbow, which is all really neat. And I feel like there's not much else to say besides, this is a really fun play set. I think if you're looking to display something, this isn't really it. I think it's also tough because you gotta think it through, because I think the main draw here is at the cheap price of the Mandalorian and the Baby Yoda, Grogu, whatever you want to call him. I mean, this is the main draw, but they've appeared in a couple more sets. I mean, the Mandalorian definitely has a Grogu in his like little brick built statue, and then also in Moff Gideon's cruiser. He's in those two sets, which I mean, aren't like the cheapest sets, but I would think you should look at those sets and kind of ask yourself, do you plan on buying one of those? Because if you do, unless you really like the Tusken Raider minifigure, I don't think there's much point into grabbing this set. I think unless maybe if you have a kid or something, I think if you're a parent, you're looking for a set to buy for your kid. I think this is a perfect little play set. I mean, all around really cool figures, get some fun play features with the missile, you get the speeder and a camp. I think you can create some really cool, fun stories just messing around with all of it. But for people who are maybe a little more tight on money, looking to buy other kinds of Lego sets, kind of deciding if they want to pick this one up or not, I would say do your research, kind of look into what sets you want. And I mean, if you're getting these two figures already, then there's not really much point into buying the set, unless you really want the Sand Person, maybe the speeder and all this. I think it's really cool. Other than that, unless I don't really think it's worth it then if you're gonna buy the bigger sets. But I think if you want a nice little fun play set for a kid, I think this is it's a really solid pick. As much as I'm knocking it right now, I really do think this is a fun set, and it's usually on sale now, around the same as the Battle Pack. I've seen it at Walmart for about $24, which I think this is an easy pickup at $24, a real easy pickup. And that's my review on Trouble on Tatooine. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please consider subscribing. It would mean a lot. Other than that, I hope to see you around. Take care.